I told her my shoulder was killing me, and I looked down and I had a red shirt on, and I was already saturated in blood.
A former Atlanta police officer was indicted by a grand jury today for his involvement in a 2017 shooting near the Georgia Dome. Officer Matthew Cadeau was working an off-duty job when he fired a single shot at a man.
The man was in town for an event, and he says the officer blocked him from going inside of a section he had credentials to enter.
Former Atlanta Police Sergeant Matthew Cadeau faces aggravated assault, violation of oath by a police officer, and reckless conduct charges, according to the Fulton County District Attorney's Office. The charges come after police say he shot Noel Hall near the Georgia Dome early last year.
This was a needless, reckless, senseless shooting. It should not have happened.
Hall and his attorneys held a news conference after the indictment.
Well, I'm happy. I think it's a good start going forward, and looks like things are moving in the right direction.
The North Carolina man, his wife, and children were in Atlanta for Motorfest, an event where his son was a participant. Hall says he was trying to go to a section he had access to despite closures that night, but he encountered Sergeant Cadeau, who was working off duty. Hall says he tried to go around him. Cadeau told Atlanta police and GBI investigators he thought Hall was trying to charge at him with the vehicle. We asked Atlanta police for reaction to Wednesday's indictment. They chose not to comment, but they do point out after an internal investigation, APD fired Officer Cadeau.
We shouldn't continue to have press conferences, lawsuits, or indictments with officers where their role and purpose is to protect and serve.
Hall and his attorneys also announced they filed a civil lawsuit against APD, Cadeau, and former Atlanta Police Chief George Turner. They say Turner allowed Cadeau to stay on the force after receiving several excessive force complaints before the shooting. They want compensation for Hall's medical expenses, pain and suffering, and more.
Work's been a struggle. I work construction. I deal with a lot of things now that I used to not have to deal with.
And what would be fair is to feel safe again and not have to be concerned, not just for myself and my family, but for other families.